Obviously, Bartholomew comes through with an excellent. Of course he does. Murgle, not to be shown up, sets fire to literally everything. Good morning, everyone. Dave from the Wee Hours here, back with some more Epic Tavern, and everything is just fine in the Mulligan, except Durgrim. He's still in the infirmary. A little bit of poisoning there, unfortunately. I'm going to make a couple of quick changes to the menu, and by a couple of quick, I basically mean just one. I'm going to take out either the chicken wings or the barbecue rat in favor of that new thing that we got. Did I actually order that? I don't know. I should probably go ahead and order that. Yeah, the glowfish gumbo. I did order it. Okay, good. Good, excellent. It is here. Great. So the chicken wings, we only get 5 gold on those. Barbecue rat, we get 13. Actually, the cheese bread, we only get 4. Nah, I can't take cheese bread off the menu. It just sounds awesome. I'm going to take the chicken wings off the menu. Cancel that, please. Get out of that. Oh, sorry. Cancel that, and in favor of that, put in the glowfish gumbo. Okay, we've got a higher priced item on the menu. Let's crack open the doors of the Mulligan, see what we got going on today. Right out of the gate, Maida wants to talk to us. Maida, apparently we've met before. I don't actually recall that, but then there's many things I don't recall here in the Mulligan. A lot of folks use the term freak as an insult, but for my family, it was a livelihood. And yeah, and for some of us, it's actually a compliment. Thanks for sharing. Ursel, would you like... Oh, no, you wanted the barbecue rat. Okay, I bet everyone else around you wants that too. Yeah, I was not surprised by that interaction. And after a quick barbecue rat, Ursel's got a quest for us. Alright, 6 feet under, giant sack full of bug eggs. Oh, that one again. Okay. Must be destroyed should the heroes attempt to fight their way into it or rely on stealth. Have you seen the people in the Mulligan? Do we look like we can rely on stealth? I think we'll take the direct approach and probably take some of our fightier people along with that. Yeah, I'm going to go with the direct assault on that. Hopefully that'll work out. It is combat, and we do have some folks who have some upgraded weapons and armor and all sorts of things. Very difficult for where we're at right now. We may have to back burner that one for a little bit, but I will give old Brantham here a house wine. And Casey wants to tell us about a quest too, the Lost Menagerie. Okay, Alfred, the old man the heroes met on Crossover Eve, left of his lab key in hopes that we might be able to complete his work. Oh, that sounds fun. We might go and do that. Okay, I'll have a think about that. Thank you very much for telling us. Oh, hi, Brantham. Welcome to the Mulligan. We do, basically food and drink and occasionally send you folks out to possibly die. Don't take it personally. And a couple more drink chains later, and Casey wants to be welcomed. Casey, tell me about yourself here. Oh, a few ticks of combat, a little bit of mind. Nice on the survival. And you got medic. That hasn't come up yet, but it would be helpful if we had a medic of any sort at all. Actually, I say that, I think a couple of our guys have got a medic uptick here and there. That is it for the Mulligan for today. Let's see what we're going to do tonight. Well, we've got one team out to bring home. They're doing back in the muck of it. So what is everyone else going to do today? I kind of like the idea of the Lost Menagerie thing, the lab work thing. Let's see if we can save Isabella from the Lost Menagerie. So we're looking at primarily a mind issue. Unfortunately, Murgle is on the other team, but Flimflam isn't. Flimflam, why don't you come along for this little adventure here? Bartholomew, our all-star, is on the other team too, as is Bengar and his severed leg that he beats people with. Ursel, why don't you take a trip in with us on this one? And who else have we got kicking around here? Catris, why don't you come out? Come on, Catris, click on Cat. Thank you. And sure, Grunson, why not? Why not? The OG around here. Okay, let's see what we got going on tonight. So off to check out the lab, see if we can save Isabella. A local street vendor argues with a young girl who he claims stole from his booth. Oh dear. Well, Grunson, deal with this nonsense, would you? Thank you very much. Catress, how about you? Excellent. Ursel, good to see you're showing up for the things that I actually hired you for. And odd job fails miserably. You're a fan of violence, you're gonna love this, Zoom Zoom says to the merchant immediately before decking him. Yeah, he's the one who actually didn't, but okay. The heroes interrogate both parties, confirm the girl bought the disputed merchandise from another vendor, and release her after issuing a stern warning to the merchant. Okay, is this the lab over there? Yeah, that's where we're going. Okay, it's pretty close by. Party hears music in the distance. They come across a group of sackbut players. The adventurers pause to listen. We have to fight listening? Really? This is a challenge? Okay, I think we've got it. We have successfully listened to a thing. Catress takes Ursel's hand and invites him to join in an ancient paladin dance, and they both gained charisma. Improved charisma, even. Well, I wonder what that breaks down to. Well, probably better at chatting with people. The heroes use Alfred's key to unlock his lab, a stunningly messy workshop with hundreds of pages of notes scattered across every flat surface and research tomes stacked waist deep in one corner. On one wall is painted in jagged red letters, "Join her." Well, you did. So we kind of covered this. Nice heroic Grunson. Well done there. Catress nails it, Ursel nails it, and Zoom Zoom even comes through. Okay, poor guy spent a lifetime going mad in this room, rifling through the papers and failing to make sense of them. I guess we could bring this stuff to Ignatius Mordred and see if he has any ideas. And that's it. We're out of there. Okay, so we went in, grabbed some stuff, and left. Passing through a village, the adventurers are called upon to aid in a murder investigation. The murder weapon was never found, but the list of suspects is short. I believe we've solved this murder before, actually. And Zigzag pretty much figured out who the murderer is there. The party correctly identifies the culprit. Rivalries over prime grazing land. Yes, we've definitely solved this murder before. You people should probably stop murdering each other. Party is... Oh god, we're fighting rain again. Party is traveling through a town when it begins to pour. Fight off the rain, Catress! Dodge every raindrop, Zigzag! And they did. One of the villagers offers their hearth to the party while they wait out the storm. They trade stories with the villager and her family around the fireplace. What did we get? Oh, we're very inspired about that. We're super inspired about that. Excellent. Are we back at the Mulligan? Yo, kind of. Yeah, a little bit. Yes, we are. Okay. So hungry I could eat a roast boar. Fair enough. Let's see if we can bring the other guys home. I say on their way home, I don't actually think they've made it to the objective yet. Murgle tries to convince Bartholomew to share a story from his childhood. Bartholomew's a very private man. He keeps to himself. You don't need to encourage that, Murgle. We've got issues with you. Alright, I think we should hear a little bit more about your childhood rather than his, although we've heard plenty. You know what? I take it back, Murgle. Never mind. At a crossroads, the party meets a man who claims that every word he speaks is a lie. Murgle fails miserably on that, as does Elaine. Wow, even a fail from Bartholomew. You kids are just not pulling it together today. Bengar brought a severed leg, and he still managed to figure out the puzzle. Not the rest of you, though. Really, Bartholomew asks? Yes, but wait, that clearly wasn't a lie, unless you're lying about always lying. Yes, indeed, it's a very complicated thing, you see. Oh, there we go. Okay, Murgle regrets drinking that last mug of ale, and also the one before it. Murgle is now hungover. Oh, we were on our way home. Never mind. There's the other team. Cat is stuck up a tree again. I think we should just cut the tree down. This seems to be a perennial problem around here. Wow, Bengar, you got a heroic, man. It's not what we needed, but you got it. You are dumb as a bag of bricks, but you keep chipping in, don't you? So everybody's home. Couple of people are blessed. Bartholomew is confused and Murgle is hungover. Sounds like a very typical day in the Mulligan. Let's see what we've got for tomorrow here. I want to check my stock. I could use, as usual, some scorpion shots. Those sell so well. Let's get a couple of bottles of those. Excellent, thank you. Barbecue rat still on the menu. Yeah, we'll get a couple of those. It does sell well. We may as well. So just get one. That's fine. Let's crack the doors open. Let's see what's going on. Zigzag's got a level up. Good job, Zigzag. Oh, yeah, level you up, definitely. Let's get you... I mean, you're actually not bad. Let's get you a couple of points in survival there for your acrobatics, and maybe one each in the others. Okay, thank you so much. Oh, and Catrus gets a level up too. Even better. Right. Let's get... Wow, your ranged combat is good. It's that special bow. There it is. What do you suck in? You're not actually terrible in everything. Go ahead and have a couple of points of that. Have another one in medic. Now that you are kind of our on-board medic, you may as well. One in leadership, and sure, one each in melee and combat. I think you're fine on the ranged weapons right now. Get a few drinks in the people, and the quests just start popping up. Bartholomew, what have you got? Glob stoppers. Oh, it's the muck again. Oh dear, the muck's happening one more time. Okay, we may think about that, Bartholomew, thank you. And Ursel, what have you got kicking around here? Code Breaker. Heroes spend some time going over Alfred's lab notes, but can't make a lick of sense out of it. Okay, time for a visit to Morbid Curiosities. We may have a think about that too. I would kind of like to address the whole Murgle's insane and burning down half of the countryside in an attempt to get revenge. I think that's something we should come to sooner rather than later. But Bellin, what's your deal? Welcome to the Mulligan. Wow, you're pretty good at the old combat for level 1. You are indeed a weapon master. Not really anything else kicking out though. Not really anything else. A little bit of acrobatics. Fantastic. Well, welcome nonetheless. Your money is perfectly fine here. Oh, speaking of Murgle wants to have a chat. Catrus has some nerve accusing me of setting fire to help another wizard escape jail. How dare she? Actually, Catrus did most of the work on that mission. You did indeed burn down a village, but she killed everything inside of that village. So I think the onus is on Catrus to prove innocence there. Yes, you'd like some house wine. Of course you would. It's delicious. A few more drink chains later, and it is last call. What is our plan? I'd like to do the direct approach on the bug thing, but it's kind of high level for us. Where's Murgle's issue? Yeah, may cooler heads prevail. We're going to this. We're obviously taking Murgle. That goes without saying. I kind of feel this may be a sort of an A-team job, so I'm weirdly going to take Ursel because it is social and he is the whole diplomat thing. If Murgle needs to be talked down off the ledge, he may be the guy to do it. Do I want to bring Bengar in case we've got to hit somebody with a severed leg? Maybe. I'll have a think about that. Let's bring in people who are solid. So Zigzag, you're coming along. I'd actually like to get Durgrim in, but Durgrim's still poisoned. And Catrus. That's a solid team right there. That's a very solid team. Now, how about something a little more low level for the B team guys? Group of goblins attacking merchant caravans. Okay. Oh, Bengar, I think I've got a job for you and your severed leg. General, our land pirate, Elaine, you can come along. Bartholomew, why don't you just be here to hold the whole team together? You're basically holding everyone's hand while you're crossing the street here. Let's go get this done. So the B team is off first for the Bandito Verde. An eerie town appears out of the fog and around the party. Why does that never happen when I'm around? I would totally jump into one of those spooky, it's here and then it isn't towns. That just seems like exactly the sort of thing I'd be doing. 2 shadows run past, one on each side of the party. The fog lifts and the heroes hurry along before the shadow twins come back. Party finds the site of the attacks and discovers a group of goblins laying in wait. General reaches for her longsword, but Bengar grabs her by the arm. What if we just ask them to stop? Bengar, this is not the time for diplomacy. This is the time for the severed leg. Get the severed leg out and start hitting people with it. You are so not going to nail this. You actually did totally nail it, Bengar, but you can barely speak. Never mind be social. The other heroes disagree with the suggestion and get to work slaughtering goblins. There are far too many. Oh, that was a little dark, wasn't it? Bengar received a package back at the tavern and refused to open it until now. It's probably the matching severed leg. Because you're going to want to have 2 severed legs if you're going into combat. Oh, Bengar, Ah, you got so close to opening the mail. You got so very close to being able to know how to open mail. The enclosed letter reads, Bengar, your mother's sister's cousin's former hunting mate has passed away. I'm so sorry. I know how close you were. I don't think Bengar can even remember that he has relatives. That wasn't so bad. Indeed it wasn't. No, kind of in and out thing. Didn't realize we were going to go slaughter everything that moved. Again, Murgle, I'm looking in your direction, but fair enough, fair enough. I see there being a part 2 to that coming along somewhere. Alright, the 18, the Murgle issue. This isn't you, Murgle, Zigzag says. Isn't it though? The Fire Mage responds, steam rising from her brow. Okay, everybody needs to pull it together here. Alright, good start, Catrice. Zigzag, another good start. Ursel, this is literally why you're here. Do you have a better I was going to ask if you had a better chance at something, and then I misclicked, and you failed anyway, so it was largely irrelevant. But we're still good so far. We're still good. Okay, we got this. Shiloh dedicated his life to keeping you from becoming the person you are on the brink of becoming, Zigzag says. I know, I just don't know what to do with all this anger. Have you considered yoga? I hear that's a thing all the kids are into for relaxing and whatnot. The friends spend the day by the river talking through the Fire Mage's recent loss. Oh, so just group hug at the Mulligan is what we're doing here. Okay. As the Mulligan appears in the distance, Zigzag sighs, I feel like I could sleep for a week. It's not like you did anything out there. No, we really didn't. Apparently we just went and chit-chatted for a while. I was expecting that to be a much, much more involved quest. I'm sure there will be another part somewhere. Well, at bare minimum, Elaine got a level up out of that, which is good. Let's keep your ranged weapons going up. You are a hunter, after all. Your mind is not terrible, but I'm going to give you a point in scouting and perception because why not? And then another one right back into ranged weapons. Okay, fair enough. Anyone need to have a chat with me? Ariel, yes, what do you want to tell me? Thank you for your help against the Fantastical Crimes Unit. Oh, was that you? Oh, I had no idea. Okay, well, broadly you're welcome, I guess. I must have missed it when the day opened up, but apparently we've got a new roster slot. And Branthorm here is looking not 100% terrible. You have some skill in combat, both melee and ranged. You exist in social. You have some mind, no survival. I'm willing to take a shot on you. Why not? Sure, yeah, Branthorm, welcome to the team. Beware of Murgle. Just kind of keep an eye on her if you could, please, because it's possible she's insane, or we've just kind of hugged it out with her. We're not really sure, Branthorm. And Bengar gets a level up. Oh, Bengar. Bengar. What are we going to do with you? Well, obviously we're going to keep your melee going up. You've got a severed leg. You are hitting people with a severed leg. That is your gig, and it's awesome. How about actually put a point into ranged, because why not? And put one into, say, endurance and acrobatics and stealth. Just flesh those out a little bit. You are the least stealthiest person I know, but, let's try anyway. Bartholomew, you have another quest. You're just full of them. Room with a fake view. Tavern could likely attract a better caliber of visitor if the guest rooms were a bit more hospitable. Ooh, yeah, we'll totally do that. I like anything that gives an upgrade to the Mulligan. And Moore wants to be welcomed to the Mulligan, a level 1 shaman, some combat, social mind. I mean, you have all the stats, which is nice. We already filled our roster slot, so I do appreciate you coming by. Thank you very much for that, but we're not really taking applications right at this moment. Check in with me again when we level up, and I might be slightly more interested in you. So what are we off to do tonight? I think definitely Room with a Fake View. Anything that'll get me some Mulligan upgrades is fine. Could I theoretically send 3 teams out? I mean, I think I can. They're not going to be all the best teams, but I think I could. I mean, I don't actually need to fill all 4 slots, but it would be a good idea to. Okay, so this is going to be social. No surprise there. Ursel, why don't you come along for that? Who else is reasonably competent at that sort of thing? Remind me again. Mostly Ursel. We do We do struggle in the old talking to people thing. Zigzag and Catrus, you're not completely terrible at those things. And let's bring out Brantherm just for the XP. It's not your strong suit, but you'll get a little XP out of that. That's good. Now what? Let's do the Law and Order FCU, because why the heck not? Again, social. The game does tend to skew towards social quests, I find. Maybe I'm just, I don't know, talking to all the people who have the social quests. But let's bring along the usual suspects here. So, Grunson and Murgle, the OG pair there, whom, I guess Bartholomew, because, obviously Bartholomew is awesome. And, you know what, Elaine, you're going to come out on the XP for this one. How many, I could barely put out a third party. It could happen. If I got Durgrim. Durgrim, are you healed? I don't think you're fully healed. Okay, we'll just do these two. This is fine. Now, I am convinced this is a trap, because this guy hates us. Inspector Marshall knows we kind of flim-flammed him when that lady came in, so I don't know. This has got to be a trap. This has absolutely got to be a trap. But we'll go check it out, and we'll see what happens. Ranged combat, and I don't have the team with Catrus on it. Smoke rises above the treetops, and the heroes pick up the pace. Breaking through the tree line, they spot a hilltop keep overrun by lizardman raiders. Okay, I really needed Catrus on this, but good start, Elaine. You're kind of our backup Catrus. Obviously, Bartholomew comes through with an excellent. Of course he does. Murgle, not to be shown up, sets fire to literally everything, and Grunson turns in a solid success there. Heroes return fire and take down the scouts before they can sound the alarm. There may be hostages. Oh, okay. Is this all part of the FCU quest, or have we just gone off on a tangent here? The heroes advance past dead lizardmen archers and approach the keep, where they spot a dozen hostages bound and chained to a post. Oh dear, more than a score of lizardmen are hard at work looting and haven't noticed the party. Bartholomew, you need to slam this. Thank you so much. Murgle, if you want to set fire to everything, that's totally cool. And Grunson comes in with an excellence as well. Bartholomew sneaks unseen to the captives and unties them. After a quick trip to the armory, the hostages join the heroes in routing the lizardmen and reclaiming the keep. On the commander, they find a sack overflowing with gold coins. Well, 125 of them anyway, and that's good enough for me. Okay, nice little diversion there, kids. I liked that. What do we got next? Why is Grunson giving Elaine the cold shoulder? I don't know. That sounds like something for Maury or Oprah or something. What did she ever do to him? And this is a challenge. Okay, well, Bartholomew has solved the problem. Not only is Bartholomew an excellent all-rounder, but apparently has a degree of social work skill, or therapy, or something. Grunson, what have you got? Grunson frowns and scans the area around the party. Aha! This item is doing something weird to us. Elaine scowls at it, grabs it, and tosses it as far away as possible. Did we get that thing? No, we just got 45 XP. Something is sowing discord. I'd like to own it. Welcome to the Fantastical Crimes Unit, Inspector Marshall says, leading the heroes into a stunning marble foyer adorned with paintings of mythical beasts. Able to sense magic, Murgle is nearly blinded by the auras surrounding even mundane-seeming decorations. I didn't know you could actually do that, Murgle. Congratulations. As the inspector leads the heroes down a long corridor lined with steel-reinforced doors, this is a trap. This is totally a trap. I can see this one coming. This has been telegraphed a mile away. They pass a pair of researchers deep in conversation. Well, whatever it is, I think we've figured it out here. If it was a suicide mission, they wouldn't have sent all 4 of them. That's all I'm saying, Grunson says. I'm telling you, the Ravager 4 had the conversation fades away as the heroes move out of hearing range. Do what now? Okay. Is that going to get cleared up? Investigator Marshall leads the heroes into the office of his commander, a no-nonsense orc by the name of Daria Stonemaw. She turns to address the heroes. Tell me about yourselves and your establishment. Well, we have cheese bread. So that's really all anyone needs to know. We have cheese bread and other places don't. So if you're going to favor a tavern, favor the one with the cheese bread would be my advice. Murgle, oh dear, that was not very good of you, Murgle. Grunson, I need you to nail this. Still not quite enough. Have you not seriously heard of us, Bartholomew says. We're the heroes of the Mulligan. I probably don't, wear that on your shield, Bartholomew. But hey, I appreciate it. The next big thing in Bayor, Commander Stonemaw sighs heavily at the boasting, but agrees to give them a chance to prove their worth. This has got to be a trap. There's no scenario where this is not a trap. Myrtle is in love with her horse. Okay. Wow. Sentences you don't think you're going to have to read very often. Grunson, thank you very much. I appreciate that. It is odd, but hey, who's to judge? Indeed, we don't judge here at the Mulligan, or indeed outside of its doors. Are we going to make it home without further incident? Nope. Panic screams are heard in the distance. Hurrying forward, the heroes spot an orc hanging over a pit of spikes. The rope suspending him is badly frayed. Okay, do we care about this? Is this a thing that we need to deal with? Because I'm happy to march on my merry way. The heroes rush to the rescue and cut down the suspended orc. Grateful, he leads them back to his cabin and prepares a small feast. Yay, we're well rested. Good for us. Are we there? We're there. Excellent. Other team, what have you got for me? Because I'm more interested in upgrading the Mulligan, if I'm honest about things. And I am. And we can't even get out of the door without Catras getting cursed. Thanks, Catras. Appreciate that. Alrighty. Well, off we go then. Brantham, you're new to this. You'll try to keep up, I'm sure. What have you got in that department? Okay. Good first start. Good first effort. I appreciate on your first day at work you're trying to contribute to the team here. But isn't that a lie? Catras asks. Of course not. Or wait, yes, it's the lying guy again. He's outside of our door. Just tell him to move on. Catras eyes the booth of cobbled artist Snick Mudbourne, who has dozens of mediocre landscape paintings on display. Maybe we can talk him into giving us a few. Yes, let's get mediocre paintings. That seems like an appropriate thing to be hanging in the Mulligan. Actually, it kind of does, if we're honest about things. Catras convinces Snick to give her several paintings, arguing that a parade of wealthy patrons will see the artwork when staying at the tavern and want to commission original pieces. And that appears to be it. We're out of there. But not before Zigzag feels uneasy and says, hold up, I have a bad feeling. Ooh, yeah, Brantham, we try and shy away from the word disaster. It's common in the Mulligan, but we try not to rush towards the word disaster if we can. Thank you, Catras, I appreciate it. Aw, come on, Flim Flam. You've been here longer than that. Brantham, I can forgive, but you know what the score is. Wow, we're terrible. Why? Just because you feel irk as he steps forward into a pit trap, fall causes minimal damage. Impact knocks the wind out of him. It was minimal damage, you're not wrong about that. Hopefully that's not going to be time in the infirmary. Do we make it home from all of this? Not quite. A massive flood sweeps the valley. Okay, the valley is right outside the tavern. Do I have flood insurance on the Mulligan? Nobody ever buys flood insurance. They just don't think they're going to need it, and then all of a sudden there's a massive flood, and you wish you'd bought flood insurance. Party swims to safety. They spot others struggling against the current. Catras grabs a hold of floating driftwood and swims out to rescue them. Good job, Catras. Well, despite the minor injuries, everyone is fine except for Catras, who is apparently cursed, and I don't have a facility to treat that. Allegedly, neither the infirmary nor the bathhouse will treat being cursed. Everyone else is fine. Someone did check in the comments and say that Durgrim didn't have a weapon. I'll check that in just a sec. Anything I need to order? Yeah, kind of everything, actually. Kind of everything. Mead, Scorpion, basically all the booze except for the wine is really it. All the booze except for the wine. So give me one of that and not the wine. The sparkling fairy water, it's made from real fairies. And definitely the scorpion shots as usual. How are we doing on the foods? Oh, cheese bread is almost sold out. Nobody is surprised by that. Nobody. It's cheese bread. It's two of the best things in the world in one place. How could you not want that? There we go. That's what I was looking for. Improved room decor. That's exactly what I want. Talk to me about that. How do I make that happen? Can I not make that happen? Because decor, which is what I just unlocked, is listed as coming soon. Possibly it's a quest that doesn't actually have a resolution because the decor is not there. I don't know. It may pop up. I do see that Brantham has a level up. Of course you do. because you were level 1 and we just got you a ton of experience. This is going to keep coming up, Branthern, by the way. So let's give you, let's just kind of run down the line here. We'll just give you a point in basically everything. Have all of that. That's good. Anyone want to have a chat? Bartholomew does. What can I do for you? My time is yours, Bart. My time is yours. Anything you need, man. My people hold death in the face of deadly combat in the highest regard. I'm a terrible example. Stop being down on yourself, Bart. You are a superstar. And a few drink chains later and some unsuccessful ones, because we're actually out of stock on things. I really should have checked my stock a little more carefully. We're basically out of everything at the Mulligan right now. More. What have you got? Ranged. The usual. Okay, I think we looked at you before. Did I forget to welcome you? If so, I'm very sorry. General, my mugger / land pirate, what have you got? 2 patrons are arguing at the bar. You can't be serious, one says. Pockets, the other bangs the table. How else can wolves carry all that gold? They have pockets. That is the question, isn't it? That is the eternal question. And Gurg, what's your deal? Curse of the Swamp Witch. Oh, well, doesn't that sound very Scooby-Doo of us? Are you ready for your first mission? Oh, it's this guy. It's the FCU guy. Okay, one of our agents in the Fantastical Crimes Unit had a run-in with a swamp witch by the name of Agrid Festerburst, left him with a donkey ears. Funny though it may be, we need to convince her to undo the curse, complete this mission, and perhaps I'll join you for future quests. Okay, here's the thing, Victor. Can I call you Vic? I like to think I can. Vic, we've had people swear up, down, backwards, and forwards that they were going to come to the Mulligan and they were awesome, and we've never seen them. So I'm going to take that with a grain of salt, Vicky. Can I call you Vicky? I feel that I can. We'll look at your quest. We'll think about your quest, but we're not jumping all over it. But Gurg does want to be welcome to the Mulligan. Little touch of combat there. You're a priest, so I'm expecting healing. I'm kind of getting it. I actually think Catrus is a better healer than you are. Little illusion, little customs. Okay, I mean, you exist. You're going to be level 1. You're all going to be level 1. General, what do you want? Fact of the matter is, most of the money rich people have is going to stay locked away where it'll never do any good. I think it's doing good for the rich people. I bet they're real keen on it. Oh, do I actually have Glowfish Gumbo left? I thought I was completely sold out of that. You can have some. You might be able to have some. I might be running dry right about now-ish. So maybe we have it and maybe we don't. And that is probably an excellent place to call it on Epic Tavern for today. Just one action left. So we'll come back. We'll do a quick drink chain and then we'll get back into some quests in Epic Tavern. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Some more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time. Bugs are inherently stupid, and they get in places and they can't get out. You know what places they get in? Things that are wide open that don't have screens over them. It's a piece of mesh. We figured this out like 100 years ago. What is wrong with the British, the Irish? I'm just going to keep shooting Hildegrad until she goes away, which is my response to most nuns, really. So now, the pit of death is carbon dioxide, polluted oxygen, polluted water, and urine. I've just made it just a little bit worse for everyone down here.